Hello, and welcome to Business Focus, produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. My name is Angela Inzerillo with Impact Business Solutions, and I'm privileged to be your host as we highlight the great work our local businesses are doing in the community. Welcome to February, another great show. I'm very excited to share with you. First up, Lisa Berretta and Juliana Carter. These guys are doing wonderful things for the Chamber, and they are here today to talk about the Chamber's Community Engagement Council and how they're bridging businesses and nonprofits. Second up, I'm so excited to meet Ashley and Angela, the founders and co-executive directors of Stepsisters, wonderful organization doing great things and services for women with breast cancer. And last but not least, my good friend, Mr. Brian Loughlin, sharing his story about falling in love and now being a partner at an award-winning IT solutions firm. Let's go meet them. So for my first guests, please welcome Ms. Lisa Berretta and Juliana Carter here today to talk to us about the Chamber's Community Engagement Council. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Hi, Angela.
It's so great to see your smiling faces. Thank you for being here. The Chamber is just, it's a new year. There's so much going on. As I tell everybody, check out what's happening at Chamber, how to get involved in the community. But the Community Engagement Council itself has kind of morphed over the years. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today and how potentially people can get involved and engaged. But let's just start off with what do you guys do? What do you do is your day job, Lisa?
Hi, thanks, Angela. I work in membership at the American College of Radiology, which is a medical society representing radiologists, radiation oncologists, and medical physicists. And you may see when you go into radiology facilities, the ACR accreditation seal, which just shows they've met a lot of higher standards. And in my role as an account manager, I help manage the memberships of some of the larger radiology practices, and I also serve as the company representative to the Reston Chamber.
Perfect. Well, we love having you, so thank you. And Miss Juliana Carter, you guys have been members for quite some time as well.
Yes. My husband and I own the Tailored Closet and Premier Garage of Greater Washington, D.C. We have an amazing team that helps turn chaos into calm by customizing spaces in your home and garage to give you more time to live your best life. And one of my new roles in the company, as the company has grown and we've been pretty successful over the years, is giving back and connecting to the community. So one of my new tags in my signature is now Community Ambassador. And previously, I've also been very involved in the Chamber with Resourceful Women and excited to join the Community Engagement Council.
Yes, another perfect representative. And you have turned James and my house from chaos to, what do you call it? Chaos to
Calm.
Yes, calm. Well,
peace of mind.
We love it. We love you guys. So thank you. Thank you both for being here. And that's a perfect lead in. So let's talk a little bit, Lisa, about the Community Engagement Council, like what brought you there and a little bit more about that organization within the Chamber.
Sure. I joined the Community Engagement Council in March of 2020. So right after the pandemic started. And we did a lot of work virtually, with education, particularly for nonprofits. And I've really just been involved in volunteering, throughout my life for different organizations and working for other associations. I've also been involved in running councils and committees and really enjoy that. And working with volunteers and being a volunteer myself has been a lot of fun. But the council is really working to bridge the nonprofits with the business communities, and really give back to the community, find partnerships, whether it's volunteering or financial, just ways to work together and just become more involved together.
Yeah, everybody hears community engagement and they immediately think nonprofits, and that's not what this is about at all. It is about that bridging. So this is kind of perfect timing. So Juliana is an active member and leader of the Resourceful Women's Council. What was so attractive about community engagement at this particular time?
A lot of us who are involved in the Resourceful Women were really engaged together over the last several years, before, during, and after COVID. Well, not that it's not still going on, but during that time, I think our programming evolved a lot. We did a lot of cool things for women to develop their skills and others in the areas of storytelling and selling and networking and things like that. And we found as we were coming out of COVID that a lot of what we had an interest and passion for was to do things in the community and trying to incorporate that. And I think what we found is that the Community Engagement Council is a really good place for us to do that. And I think, I probably had the same notion of like, well, I'm not a nonprofit, right? Well, but there's so many of us in small businesses and especially now large corporations in the area that have, a mission beyond their mission, right? Or aligned to their mission to get engaged in the community. And there's ways you really have to get out there to understand how to do it, right? And really get connected. So I joined my first meeting last month and was just, I was kind of blown away.
I heard the energy was amazing. Yeah. And you had a lot of the resourceful women attend too. So you see some of those organizations more aligning with community engagement now. Yeah.
A lot of us are women business owners that are also very engaged in the community. It's just part of the fabric of who we are as a company or as individuals. And so, it'll be great to see us all get involved in this new way.
Well, I also, I can't imagine that some of the things that you guys did as a group for professional women, business women, that some of that won't continue on, whether it's part of, resourceful women group that reemerges or perhaps part of community engagement or something else. So,
yeah, Lisa, I think you should, the engagement of a speaker talking about, networking. That's so beneficial to everyone.
It absolutely is, the nonprofit community and the business community. How do we talk to each other? That's like a really great point. So Lisa, what do you think like kind of the mission is going to be now kind of moving forward?
Well, now that we can, get out and do things together, we have done some projects as a group. The focus the past couple of years has been more education related, which we'll continue to do, have great speakers as we will in the next call. But really to get out there and work together. And, while the meetings may remain virtual for the time being, we will work on projects together in person. And I think that's going to be really exciting. And that, interest was really expressed on the call last month.
Oh, good. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So we'll scroll up. The best way for people to learn more is go to the Chamber's website, I'm assuming, and just kind of check out the council.
Yes. We do meet the third Thursdays of the month at noon virtually. And you can reach out to either Carrie Pulliam, who's the liaison for this council, or to Juliana or me.
And if you want to learn more, you can come join us on February 21st at the Taylor Closet and Premier Garage. We're having a free networking event to try to get some of the resourceful women and community engagement members and really anyone in the chamber who wants to learn more. And we're going to be benefiting Women Giving Back.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, great, great, great. Well, thank you guys both for being here and sharing your passion with, your work, but also the community and the chamber. It's always great to see you. And I look forward to seeing you on the 21st.
Great. Thanks, Angela.
All right. Thank you. So from our next guest, please welcome the lovely Angela and Ashley, the founders and co-executive directors of Step Sisters. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
It is a pleasure to meet you and share all the great things that you guys are doing. So let's just get started. I love it. I love it. So yeah, why don't you just share a little bit about your background? Because that's kind of, you guys know each other and you have different expertises to form Step Sisters, and then we'll get a little bit more into what you do. So Angela, you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So we've been around quite a while. Originally started as an organization raising funds for the cure. And around 2014, we decided that we wanted to bring the funds locally and directly impact women in the community who are going through breast cancer treatment. So Ashley's mom's a survivor. I'm a 14-year survivor. And so we kind of came together and decided to reshift our focus and change our mission. And that's how the Step Sisters today started.
And so you guys knew each other ahead of time?
Yes, we're friends and neighbors.
Oh, okay. Friends and neighbor background. So same thing. How about you, Ashley? Same thing. What's your background?
Yeah, so I came to the cause through my mom, who's a survivor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was not too long after that Angela was diagnosed, and several other friends and neighbors in the community. So we just had this ongoing draw to the cause. So, we started out as this grassroots organization fundraising for a national cause, and now we have a lot of impact locally.
Yeah, unfortunately, right? But I love the fact that you guys are helping and serving. So let's get more into about like what the organization does. So I understand how it gets started, but talk more about the mission and who you're serving.
So we provide quality of life and crisis support services to breast cancer patients in Northern Virginia. So that's everything from a crisis fund that helps with housing and utilities, house cleaning, childcare, transportation to and from treatment, food delivery. Anything else I'm missing, Angela?
Those are our original vendor services. And we came up with those because, Ashley's mom lived far from her and needed support that, at the time Ashley wasn't able to give. And when I went through treatment, I had friends and neighbors locally bringing me food. And I even had a neighbor take me to an appointment. And we realized that not everybody is as fortunate as, as I was and as Ashley's mom was to find support. So we kind of view ourselves, the reason we call ourselves the stepsisters is what would a sister do in that situation? She would come and help, help with the kids, help with the house cleaning, help make meals. So that's kind of the basis of what our organization does. Those are our vendor services.
And I think one of the things that is unique is how you serve your local community, right? So tell me a little bit more about like the partners that you work with.
So we work with, I think we're up to 11 community partner hospitals all over North Virginia. And within these hospitals, there are oncology nurse navigators that meet with the patients when they're newly diagnosed. And they really get to know the patients, know their needs, and can identify if there are ways that we can help. So all of our services are accessed through these hospital partners. We rarely meet the patients that we serve. And we really trust and rely on these hospital partners to help us support the patients.
So in addition to these partnerships, people can donate though. Can they donate services or money? I mean, I'm sure you'll accept money, but how is that?
We do have chemo care bags that we deliver. I think we distributed over 1,000 last year to our hospitals. And inside those are all kinds of items, necessities, and comfort items for patients going through not just chemo, but treatment overall. And often twice a year, we do drives where we collect in-kind donations for those bags.
Yeah, so in-kind donations for those, monetary donations so that we can purchase equipment for those. Right. As far as the services themselves, we just have vetted vendors, they're local vendors. And they, they're the ones that are going into the homes and cleaning them or delivering food to the doorstep. We aren't personally doing that. Right. We don't ask for volunteers to do that. It's more of a patient privacy issue. But yeah, like the monetary donations would either go towards funding these services, purchasing things for chemo care bags, and then in-kind donations obviously would be for the chemo care bags.
And you're looking for more partners because one big thing the chamber has obviously are the businesses, and they want to they support your mission is supporting local, and I guess that you're open to growing your partnerships as well.
Sure.
As we expand,
Yeah, we began in Loughlin County. And so a lot of our original vendors really only service the Loughlin County area. And so that's why, we joined the chamber. We have, we service hospitals in Fairfax County, in Reston. And so to expand our vendor services to some of, those organizations would be good. Somebody who would, deliver food to, a Fairfax or Reston location, transportation, house cleaning. We don't have a house cleaner really that goes out as far as we need. So
Wow. And I can assure you, being an active member of the chamber for almost 15 years now, meeting those businesses. And I think the world has changed. I mean, people are very interested in growing their business. They join the chamber to market, network, and all of that. But it has substantially changed in, hey, I want to help and give back to my community, my local community. So organizations just like, I mean, I'm going to be doing introductions as soon as we're done. But yeah, they are more than willing. That's what their part of their mission is to do exactly the services that you need. Ashley, did you want to add anything?
I guess just because of our unique relationship where we don't meet the patients, we do have to have a lot of trust in these vendors that we partner with. But also for the patients, all of our patients, for the most part, are women, and many are the primary caregiver in their home.
Right.
And it's very hard for them to accept offers of help.
Yeah.
So by working through these vendors, it kind of gives a little buffer or a comfort level for the patient where it's not somebody they know doing something for them. It's a business.
Yeah.
So, that those relationships are really important.
That was something I was going to ask. So, women in general, no offense, men, but women in general, it's hard to ask for help, right? And so we can do it all. We're Wonder Women and we've got the cape and we do a good job of it. But then we're not taking care of ourselves and don't give the time that our body needs to heal, especially, during what you guys have experienced, and I have as well, unfortunately, with family and friends around us. It's too prevalent. So thank you for what you do. I'm so thrilled to have met you and I look forward to sharing, what you guys do with the community, with the business community as well, and how they can help you as well. So what's the best way for those watching to either get involved or learn more?
Visiting our website.
Through our website, follow us on social media. There's an option to join our newsletter, which we don't send out very often, but it'll give like volunteer opportunities and any big events that are, put on our behalf that are coming up will show up in the newsletter.
And we do fundraise year round. So there's my dog. It's my dog.
You said it wouldn't happen. No worries at all.
There's a man outside. I'll start over. We do fundraise year round, not just in October.
Right.
So, most people think of the breast cancer cause during October, but we do fundraise year round.
Yeah. Breast cancer doesn't stop. It's 24/7, 365 days a year. So.
Well, like I said, ladies, thank you for what you do. Lovely to meet you. I look forward to meeting you in person soon. And again, sharing your organization with the community. So thank you for being here and
thank you for having us.
Thanks.
So for my next guest, please welcome Mr. Brian Loughlin, partner at Intelice Solutions, and my good friend. Welcome.
Hi, thanks, Angela. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you. Finally, I mean, you've only been a member for how many years?
I know, right? You've been avoiding me.
There might be good reasons for that. Hey, listen, I'm so excited to have you here and share what you do for the community and for the chamber and our members, of course. But before we get into that, you've got a great little story on how you got to Intelice. I mean, partner now, college student not long ago. So yeah, tell us how you got to Intelice.
I don't know if it was not long ago. It was pretty long ago. But no, with all great stories, this one probably is like others. Young love. I called my long-term girlfriend at the time down to the DC metro area back in 2002 or 2003. And she was going to grad school at University of Maryland for speech pathology. I needed a job, so I followed her down, found a job at an IT consulting firm in Bethesda. And started their entry-level position. I didn't know what I wanted to do. They didn't know what they wanted me to do, but we figured out a way to make it work. And I'm proud to say 20 years later, I'm one of the two partners with Intelice Solutions. Been a long kind of journey, had lots of different roles, but yeah, glad to be here. I never thought I was going to take and keep my first job out of college and stick with it. Never thought I was going to live in the DC metro area for everything, but found a home here.
Awesome.
Married, 3 kids.
It's a great life. This is a great story. So yes,
Absolutely.
thank you for sharing that. It really is. So 20 years later, here you are, one of the partners. So at a high level, what, an overview of like your services and the products that you guys have.
Sure. So Intelice Solutions is a full service IT consulting company. Overall, we're a managed services provider. So we provide 24/7 help desk services. We're based in the DC metro area, but we service our clients all over the country, all over the world.
You have to. Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. So we also do a lot of work in security services, especially these days with all the threats that are out there, working with clients and consulting there. And really just providing best in class service to our clients.
So why do most companies come to you? Because I mean, you've done business education, right? You've done education on cyber, you've done education on security and things that people, as I always say, business owners or just businesses in general, right? When you're working so hard to service your customers, sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and then your company gets affected. So why are most businesses coming to you? Like, what's their biggest challenge typically?
A lot these days, it's just keeping on top of technology. And just going to the experts that really know the latest and greatest and what's going on. It's one of the great parts of what we do is we're constantly learning new things. We're constantly being challenged with new information, new ways of doing things. But it's also a burden as well. And it's one we kind of take on for our clients so that they're not, you could spend all of your time, have a team of people spending all of their time trying to get that information and apply it in your business. And people come to us to help them do that. So we have a lot of industry specific knowledge where we can help our clients. What's the best of breed in whether it be professional service organizations, people bill for their time, so accountants and lawyers and doctors, that kind of thing. Or hey, what's the latest and greatest association management system? We work with a lot of nonprofits in there. Do a lot of compliance and security work for government contractors. That's huge for them, whether it's CMMC or NIST compliance, HIPAA compliance. They need people to translate what compliance is being thrown at them on so many.
And like you said, it's ever changing, right? So
absolutely,
you guys have to stay on top of that.
Yeah, and a lot of it isn't just the technology; it's putting in policy, it's making the right decisions, it's organizing their companies appropriately. So we, the technology, the execution, the support is something that's very, very easy for us. It's what we do. But the value we provide our clients is providing direction and guidance to navigate some of these challenges that are out there today.
Is there a certain size that you work within company? Because, sometimes company may be too small, but I would imagine you really can't be too small to use your services. Yeah,
we have global pharmaceutical companies that are clients, and we have mom and pop shops, to 10 users. Really, we really need to work with people who value technology and value us as a partner. We're not just selling a commodity. You can do that from wherever. You can get service desk, someone to call. You can take it down to your local electronics store and have someone look at your computer. We're there more to provide value and as a strategic partner for an organization, just as like you would have a CPA firm or a lawyer that you would trust to provide guidance for your business. We take that role on for technology.
Well, that's why being a member of the chamber and the community is so important, because you're building those relationships. And so it's so strong. Yeah. So I quickly switch gears before we finish up and the chamber. When did you join, and like how, what does the chamber do for you? You've been a member now for 8 years, something like that. 7, 8 years
like that. Yeah. We've been a member for about 7+ years, however you want to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were a new member of the year back in, I think it was 2016.
Yeah, just about. I remember.
You jumped in, and everything's been great. I mean, even there's been a lot of change with the chamber. We ended up taking kind of a little bit of a hiatus during COVID. So we broke up for a little while.
We did.
but
I was
got
like,
back
where's
together.
Brian? We need Brian. He's a staple at
Um,
Net Night. So there you go. If you're not there,
Yeah, there's-
where is everybody?
but yeah, we're back fully engaged with the chamber. Really, it has a different feel than a lot of networking groups and other groups we're part of. I mean, everybody, whether it's the people who work for the chamber or the members of the chamber, are really, it's a close knit and are really looking out for each other,
Yeah.
and the kind of like the greater good, whether it's a nonprofit or another organization. Everyone's looking to share business, and they've developed so much trust with each other. I think if we've had a lot of older members, or people who've been there for a long time, and then we have a really good influx of new people, and it makes it kind of keeps it interesting. And there's always those characters in there that light up.
I don't
the
know who you're
place.
talking about. And maybe down here too. No, 100%. 100%. You're right. There's we don't call them older members, but yeah, the longer time members, James and I joined back in 2009, but yeah, we're meeting people, it changes, right? So, I mean, for our business, it's definitely the same kind of thing, getting engaged. And once you start looking at the organization and the people as kind of giving back and more of a community focus, I really feel like it takes a different toll on your business.
Yeah, I wish I had the time to go to everything. I really do.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, I have to
can't.
prioritize, but I'm always, the diversification of events that the chamber
Absolutely.
offers is crazy. I mean, the stuff they're doing with government contracting is tremendous. All the networking events are great, but it is definitely something you're going to get out of it, what you put into it,
100%.
and looking to continue to find ways to put more into it so it can.
Yeah. Well, we will find ways to get you more engaged. Brian, well, time flies when you're having that fun. Thanks so much for being here today and sharing your story. How can people get in touch with you, learn more? We'll scroll it up on the screen here, but.
Sure. Yeah. The best way is just through our website,
Okay.
Intelice.com. You can find my information there, or you can email me directly at Brian, it's spelled correctly with the I, at Intelice.com, INTELICE.com. And I'm also on social media too, so you can find me that way.
Fabulous.
Glad to help out with any questions, issues, anything. But thanks for having me, Angela. It's always exciting. Always great seeing you.
You as well, my friend. And I'm sure we'll see you at the next
one.
Net Night. Drinking a glass of wine, maybe, or having a beer. So
Sounds great.
all right, have a good one.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Well, there you have it. Another fabulous business focus produced by the Greater Reston Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to my great guests that stopped by today. How great was this show? Miss Lisa Berretta and Juliana Carter sharing all about the Community Engagement Council over at the Chamber. Some new things happening over there. So get engaged. Businesses and nonprofits doing good for the community. And how great was it to meet Ashley and Angela with Step Sisters, talking about how they're supporting women with breast cancer. Definitely check them out and see how you can support their organization. And last but not least, Mr. Brian Loughlin, going from just starting out at the bottom floor of a company to now being a partner. I love the story. I look forward to seeing you all next time.